Is it right here?
Meet Samira, the Desert
Freak, what's up, bud? You need laners to water camps? Nope, not viable. Nope, not viable. Because she just can skip the camps, and then if you put a pink ward down, it tells her where it's at. It's just all bullshit.
As a young Shuriman, she made a name for herself among the war bands of Noxus by taking on the most dangerous missions with ease. She's a gunslinging, sword-swinging marksman with style.
This is the one I play tested.
Above all else.
Name's Samira. Try not to slow me down.
Think you can keep up? Welcome to the Samira Champions.
Why don't pros spam Evelyn? They've been playing her in pro play now, actually. Because it took an insignificant buff for them to do it for some reason.
Spotlight. Samira's passive is her Daredevil Impulse. Wielding both guns and a sword, Samira can strike from a distance or melee range, switching weapons automatically when she attacks. Whenever Samira hits an enemy champion, she starts building her style rank from E up to S. Each hit must be distinct from the previous one to add to the combo, so no spamming. Weave auto attacks and abilities to stack your style. The more stylish you are, the faster you move. Increase its rank up to S to activate your ultimate. With more on that later.
I'm gonna see what this passive
If
looks
Samira
like.
leaves
Dude, I bet it's a fucking paragraph, ain't it? Huge passive. They just can't make shit normal anymore. They
combat,
can't.
her style resets shortly afterward.
I never go out of style.
Additionally, if Samira targets an enemy affected by hard crowd control in her attack range, she will knock them up into the air, unleashing a flurry of shots at the same time.
Like, why
Juggling
add that to
ain't
her
just for
passive?
clowns.
Like, dude.
Samira's Q is flare.
So on top of everything he just said,
And she
also,
top-
if she also, on top of that, for no reason at all, if she autos somebody that blah blah blah, she gets a knockup. Like, okay.
Juggling ain't just for clowns. Samira's Q is flare, and she's got plenty to spare. She fires out a shot, and the first enemy gets got. If that enemy is in melee range, Samira instead slashes with her sword. No rose is without its thorns. This attack can critically strike for a good chunk of bonus damage.
I mean, I played her.
Samira's W, Blade Whirl, has a passive that grants bonus damage to attacks with her blade. When activated, Samira unleashes her inner Swordmaster and spins in a circle for a brief moment, damaging enemies and destroying enemy missiles in the area. Move over, Yasuo. The Tilt Queen is here.
So
With her
Yasuo
E,
went wall,
Wild
but it moved.
Rush, move over Yasuo for a brief moment, damaging enemies and destroying enemy missiles in
I
the
just
area.
played one game.
Move over, Yasuo. The Tilt Queen is here. With her E, Wild Rush,
Yeah, and it's
Samira
360.
dashes through an ally or enemy within range, slashing enemies along her path. Anytime Samira gets a takedown, Wild Rush's cooldown resets, allowing her to get back into, or out of, the fight.
Messy, but effective.
Activate Flare alongside Wild Rush to deal extra damage to targets along your path. Or use Blade Whirl right before you dash to save a teammate. You can put it on their tab.
Keep the change. You're gonna need it.
I mean, when I played her, I didn't
Remember
think she was that
style rank
strong.
you built
I
up?
only played one
Once
game.
Samira earns an
Didn't
S
know what to
grade, she
build.
can cast her ultimate, Inferno Trigger. Samira unleashes a sandstorm of attacks, hitting enemies in an area around her several times over
range
a few
is really low.
seconds. These shots can critically strike and activate lifesteal, but not on hit effects. Hard crowd control will knock Samira out of her ultimate, so look for the right moment to go bang, bang, bang.
Like Reaper R.
Taking a quick break.
Can you eat
Since
W during your
Samira
R? I
is
can't
always
remember.
spoiling for a fight, this spell has no cooldown. As soon as you have enough style, she's ready to go again.
And I'm not even looking.
Samira is at her best when she's weaving in and out of fights, unloading at the perfect time. During the laning phase, she styles on enemies who depend on skill shots and forces them to fight on her terms. Pair her with an engaged support for some flashy plays in the bot lane. Team fights are where Samira really gets lit. Build style by weaving autos in between each ability as you go. Inferno Trigger can interrupt Blade Whirl, so when you see your moment, press W for a quick final stack and clean up with Inferno Trigger. With such a short range and only one escape tool, choosing the right fights with Samira is the difference between living
That's
fast
broken.
and dying.
That's gonna be broken. Dude, that's gonna... Dude, why do... Listen,
range.
a basic ability should not
Range and
block an
only one
ultimate.
escape tool,
This much
choosing the
ease.
right-
She just presses one button, and AoE blocks all ultimates.
Fights with Samira is the difference between living fast and dying young.
Came all this way to die?
Be careful about being too wild with Wild Rush. Going in at the wrong time or on the wrong target can turn Samira into Sadmira.
Settle down, sweet cake.
Ready to show off your play style in the bot lane? Play Samira, the Desert Rose. Check out the links in the description below.
I mean, when I
for more
played
about the
her,
flashy marksman.
her range was like 500 or
Who's
something.
ready for some pizza?
Yeah, she had like 500 range. I wasn't on my setup. It was my first time. I didn't know what to build. But we'll see how she is when she's released. Or I think she's released now, isn't she? But we'll see. It's all about her numbers. It's either there's two ways. Champions are released broken, and they're hotfix buffed, and then they're broken forever. I mean, her kit is broken in general, right? Dashes, a knock up, a AoE win wall, 360 win wall. I mean, in theory, her kit is broken, right? So, her numbers can't be that strong, or she's just going to be disgusting. Which every single new champion and every single rework champion's broken, so whatever, we'll see.